In this video lecture, we are going to look at constructor method in Python programming. Okay, so we have what is called constructor method. This is a method that calls itself. It does not wait for you, a programmer, to call it. So once you define it, next time you run your code, it will call itself. Wow, that is really so funny. So let's go ahead and check it out. So let's say I have Dave, it takes double underscore in it, hit enter, and it declares itself immediately. You see that? Now, you can go ahead and say print this is a constructor method. Alright, so this is a constructor method. So remember that when I declared the method stuff, I have to pass in values here before I can be able to call that. Now let's go ahead and run this code and check out this. You see, this is a constructor method. Is on top. Do you see that? It calls itself. It does not wait for me as a developer to call that. It automatically calls itself. So let's say, for instance, let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and remove this stuff I put here. Delete all these from here. Let's go ahead and check out this and use it in our program we did previously. And here I'll go ahead and remove this, and I'm going to call double underscore in it, and I am using it here. So go ahead and remove this one here. Alright, so now let's see how to use this. It's very interesting. So if I go ahead and remove all this I declared here, it will call the salary and the name by itself without me defining them again. So go ahead and delete all this from here, and let's run this code and check that out. Oh, what is going on? Let's check out what is going on now. Okay, so the only thing I can now understand is we didn't give it the name and the value for name and salary. So it go ahead to call this, and what means is it doesn't find out the name and the salary. So that is what is happening. So whenever it calls to call this, it doesn't find the name, you see that, and it returns 0. So what it means is that the code finished without an error, it executed perfectly, but the but is that there is no name and there is no salary to display for you. So let's go ahead and put this back again, and what I will tell you to do is copy the name here, cut this, and go ahead and remove all these. Don't call this anymore, and pass in that into employee. So if you pass this into employee, you go ahead and run this code. Check it out. Boom. Employee's name is Paul and his salary is 1000. You see that it called itself. It doesn't need you to go ahead and initializing this or declaring that for it. So constructor method can help us to always print out things like let's say I have self.age. Wow, self.age is equal to 18. Alright, so if I go ahead and say, let's say em dot age, let's check this out. So em.age, and you pass this into print method. So copy this and let's say print em.age. Let's run this code and check it out. Boom, it's coming. You see that? It immediately print out a thing. The reason is because this is under the constructor method. So you can see that constructor method helps us to go ahead and print out things immediately without we waiting to declare that. Okay, even if this age is not passed into this method, yet it's also printed it out because it is under this constructor method, and we didn't pass it into this as a value. So go ahead and check it out and play around with it and make sure you are getting results. If you have any issue, please use the question and answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.